Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. So I am new to YouTube. This is my very first video and I'm really excited to get on here and show you some stuff. Today I'm talking about the Bare Minerals foundation, just the original formula that looks like this that comes in the sifter. And I really wanted to talk about this because I'm an employee at Bare Minerals here in Colorado. And one of the things that I hear all the time is women coming into the boutiques because they're frustrated because they don't know how to use our makeup, and I totally get that. It's hard. Using mineral makeup is absolutely not foolproof. And so I remember my first time using Bare Minerals, I was in high school and I went to one of like the little mini boutiques in Nordstrom, and I left and I was really excited like a lot of women are, and I got home and I was trying to figure out what brush to use with which, and I couldn't remember. And I remember sitting in front of my mirror and crying because I was so, like, I looked so ugly. I was so disappointed in the way that I looked, and it wasn't the way that I looked when I left the store, and so I was really upset about it. And now that I am an employee at Bare Minerals, I still see women come in and they're frustrated because Bare Minerals isn't cheap, and I remember thinking, this stuff is too expensive for me to look this bad. So I totally get that, and it's really fun to teach. I love to teach, and I think that YouTube is a really good medium for that. I look so many things up on YouTube. I've heard that it's an amazing place to make friends, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm nervous to put myself out there to the entire world, but I feel like I have a lot to bring to the table. That being said, keep in mind that I am not a professional makeup artist. I am not licensed. I don't do any kind of freelance work. This is just my own kind of beauty blog where I can come on here and share my tips and tricks, things that I've learned from experience, things that I've learned from others, and just have this medium to communicate back and forth with the things that I know and the things that I want to learn and the things that I'm trying. I'm more than welcome to, or more than happy to review products for you guys. But anyway, so I'm just really excited about all of this. So let's get started. Okay, so I have done almost my full face. I have my eyes done, my eyebrows done. I do have concealer on. The only thing that I do not have on is foundation. I don't have any blush or bronzer on or anything like that. So I use the Bare Minerals original formula when I am advising women when they come into the store. If somebody is new to the brand, I almost always put them in original formula just because it's the tried and true. It's got 5 ingredients, 2 of them are sunscreen. I don't have women coming back to me saying, hey, this made me break out. Hey, I don't like the coverage. This is like Bare Minerals, their holy grail product. I've used this for 5 years now, since I started using it when I was in high school, and I always go back to it no matter how many other foundations that I've tried, including the other Bare Minerals foundations. I am in the shade Fair, which is is C10, so it's a cool undertone. And then I use the brush called the Bare Minerals. It's the Beautiful Finish brush that I think is worn off because I really like it. It's a synthetic brush, which is really nice because it doesn't shed. And he is short and dense and he's fat, and so he packs a really good, it needs to be cleaned, but he packs a really good punch with coverage, which is what I really like. So when you're first starting out with your Bare Minerals foundation and you're taking off the lid, what you see inside is a sifter. Now, I keep all of my makeup on like a vanity, and so I'm not throwing it in a bag, so I usually keep the sifter opened. If you are traveling or you keep all of your makeup in a bag, or if you're going on a plane, driving in the car, going back and forth, don't forget to close your sifter. I have made that mistake so many times, and a lot of the product comes out, which is just really annoying. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's just annoying because you do have to try to tap it out into the lid, and it's really hard when there's already a lot out of the sifter. So I've got my lid here, and one of the things that I tell women all the time is the best way to use mineral makeup is to layer it. If you throw a bunch on and you try to blend it out, it is going to look terrible. It's going to blend awful, and it's going to look like you have frosting on your face. And I don't think anybody wants that. So that's the best way to do it, is just to layer. So I'm going to tap a little bit into my lid, and if you can see, it's about that much. So probably a dime-sized amount, not a whole ton, because we're going to layer it. Then I'm going to take my foundation brush and I'm going to stick him right in the middle of the lid and swirl it around. and make sure that I get almost all, if not all of the minerals picked up into my brush and there's no more left in the lid. Then I'm going to stick it on the outside of my cheek. This is where I start and where I put the most mineral product down, and then I blend it inwards. I've already got concealer under my eyes, and I do get really red right around my nose. I am a redhead and very fair, so my cheeks tend to get pretty red, but I don't want to put all of my product right here because then it's hard to blend out, and it just doesn't look very good from the experience, from my own experience and what I've seen in store as well. So I start out here and I go in circles and I bring it down into my chin and on my jawline. I always blend it into my ears and down my jawline. Even if you have a really good color match, you still want to do this, and it just helps to ease the transition. So I'm just going in circles, bringing it up onto my nose, and I do it in sections. I'll do half of my face, the other half, and then my forehead. And this is what I do at home and in store as well. And so this puts a really good base down. I'm going to do another layer. I almost always do at least 2 layers, but if I'm doing more full coverage, you can do upwards of 3 or 4 layers. It all depends on the kind of coverage you want. So I'm going to take another layer with the same amount of product, and I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm putting my brush in, swirling it around, and then I'm going to start on my cheek, work backwards, and then closer into my nose, just going in circular motions. You've probably heard, especially when we started on QVC, the famous method where you swirl, tap, and you buff it in. Just remember that. That'll make it a lot easier where you swirl it around in your lid. I don't tap off the excess because I don't put a ton in my lid, so I don't ever feel like there's enough excess to tap off. But yeah, then you just swirl it onto your face, and this is the best way to apply it that I've found as well. So now I'm going to take another layer, and I'm going to do it on my other cheek, but I'm doing the exact same method where I'm swirling it around in my lid. I use the exact same amount of product, and I'm going to just start on my outer cheek and work my way in. And honestly, you guys could do this with your eyes closed. Some of the girls at Bare Minerals at the boutique that I work at, they tell me all the time, it's so easy, you can just do it with your eyes closed. I do it in front of a mirror. But it is so easy, it is foolproof, absolutely. I say it's foolproof when at the very beginning of the video, I'm like, mineral makeup is definitely not foolproof. I need to get it together. But once you know how to use it and you know what you're doing, then it's kind of foolproof. But it is pretty easy to do once you understand the best way to use it and apply it. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to take another layer and I'm going to do it on my forehead. I usually only do 1 layer on my forehead just because I don't feel like it needs as much. I don't typically get any breakouts on my forehead, and if I do, it's like right here by my hairline. But I'm just doing the exact same thing. I use the exact same amount of product that I use for my cheeks, and I just tapped it in, and you're swirling it all around, kind of blending it into your hairline. And then I always just blend it down, and then blend it into my ears and down my jawline. So that's it. It's super easy. It takes me like 60 seconds maybe to do it in the morning. You can set it with a setting powder. Bare Minerals has a Mineral Veil setting powder that they use. Sometimes I set my foundation, sometimes I don't. I feel like that just the original formula in and of itself stays really well. And if I don't set it, I can take a nap and get up and go to work and I don't have to reapply it. So I don't always feel like it needs a setting powder. They have like an illuminating setting powder, they have a hydrating one, they have a tinted one. So if you're wanting the benefits of one of those, I'll use it. But I don't always feel like it's necessary, so I don't always do it. So anyways, I'll just go in when I'm done with my foundation. I just do bronzer, blush, and a little bit of highlighter, and then I am all done. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you liked this video, if you want me to do more videos like this, or if you have any requests. I've had a couple friends ask me about the Bare Minerals blushes. I could do like an eye tutorial. I could do anything that you guys wanted me to show you, or any questions that you have that I could answer or show you guys on camera. So thank you so much. This was a very fun first video. I know that I'm really excited, and I hope that you guys are really excited, and I can't wait to see where all of this goes. So if you did like this video, definitely subscribe to my channel, and then you will be able to watch all of my other videos that I put up after this one. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.